What's up, everybody? This is Jay, representing the Classic Era LA, representing Create Space, and I'm kicking it with Mel today, baby. We got some good things that we're gonna definitely talk about. Stay tuned. Kicking it with Mel in Create Space, baby.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Kicking It with Mel, where everybody has a story to tell. And today I have a very special guest. He is my friend. But before I get to him, I want to give a big shout out to my people over at LA Native. They are the baddest motherfuckers in town for production. So if you ever need some video work, make sure to hit them up. I will link them on the box below. Also, shout out to Creative Space. They are an art gallery here in Los Angeles. So if you need a space to shoot a music video or just any space to get creative, they are your go-to spot. Once again, Creative Space. Also, I will link them in the description box below. So today, like I said, the guest I have today is a very close friend of mine. I've been knowing him for a few years now. The way I would describe him is somebody that is a person who is always looking to make moves, and he is very entwined with what's happening now, what's going on. He's always trying to look for like the best move and outcomes for him. And also I could also describe him as like my big homie, a person that always looks out for you. And you know, he's been down the road before, and for me, he's somebody that's always giving me advice and pointing me to the right direction, which I appreciate him for that. So let's make some noise for my boy Jason. Woo! What's up, brother? How you feeling?
God bless you for life.
Nah, man, God bless you, man. I appreciate you being here today.
You are the blessings I've always prayed for. You've been a good guy with me. You've been a good person. And that's why I always steer you strong, never wrong, you know? And it's all love, because you do the same, you know? That's what you're doing right here. You're giving it, you know, a different route. Now we're doing it at another level. Now we're definitely here to tell the real story, how we've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
This is not just yesterday, so, you know, we're gonna represent, you know, all this heartaches, all this. I haven't seen you, but you know, I hope everything is good.
Definitely.
You know, things change, but I think the time is here, dog.
All right. So the reason why I invited him over was because he's an entrepreneur. He's a small business owner, and I just wanted to talk about his journey on how he got to where he's at now. So, as a small business owner, you know, this is definitely a long time in the making, correct?
It's been at least 11 years in the making this year.
Oh wow! So you've been doing business for a very long time, right?
I've been teaching myself these things. I've been, you know, putting in the work, going out there and using, you know, a lot of obstacles that I went through in the past, and let those type of obstacles drive me to become a better person and to really learn something new, you know, teach myself things that can help me change a lot of things in the most respectful way, in the most legit way, and you know, you do it, you know, with hard work.
Exactly.
Hard work takes years, bro. Sometimes when you want to get to your destination, it's gonna take, you know, a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot of heartaches, a lot of, you know, situations, but if you're built for them, which we are built for them, we're gonna proceed, and we're gonna just continue learning, giving ourselves this knowledge, this energy, this platform. You know, it's a blessing that we could give each other a platform, but this has not been overnight. We've been doing this for years, working for it, and you know, time is different. You're in a different zone now. Your time zone, my time zone arrived, because back then we were still learning, but now we're wise men. Our pros and cons are in, so that's why, you know, we definitely are moving more different now.
Exactly. So it's been 11 years in the making, right? Can you take me back to, because they say entrepreneurs are born and not made. Mm-hmm. So I want to know, like, as a kid, did you ever have like a money-making venture?
Oh, man.
Because most entrepreneurs do, like, they were selling lemonade, they were cutting grass, cutting the weed.
I want to tell you, I want to tell you, hey, by all means necessary, I'll tell you that much though. But my main observation in the hustler of entrepreneurship was from my single mother. She was I say this proud because she earned her money hard, and she taught me, and she taught somebody well. You know, she raised somebody with great, you know, moves. You know, with ways of hustling for yours. We're not trying to do shit wrong. I did a lot of bad stuff in my life that I will probably pay for. I already paid for. You know, but I'll tell you this much: I take accountability. But going back to my mom is the one that taught me that hustler shit. She would wake up early in the morning, do what she gotta do with her young son, and then we head out. She'll go hustle, you know, and I'll be like, damn, this lady cleaning over here houses, fucking almost 16-hour shifts, but she's grinding, and nobody, she's just out there. Let me clean your house, let me clean your house. So I'm observing that. So as I grew up, I started seeing that you can do that with all kinds of things, you know. You can give yourself options in life. So I started learning a lot of, you know, how to invest and profit, and just always be like, my mom invested her time, she'll be fucking hustling, putting in the hours, but they're paying her cash money front, no fucking salary. So I started, you know, and then I told myself, you know what? You gotta teach yourself. You gotta learn something you don't know, but to make you grow. And put in that hustle, that work like that. And that's how I just started pushing. I was slang fucking candies, I was slang weed. Hey homie, I used to slang CDs in high school, you know, haircuts, whatever I could teach myself. I'm gonna fucking learn how to cut some hair so I could fucking make at least $6 at that time. We're cracking, dog. So think about it. Cutting at least 20 fucking individuals' hairs, CDs. I taught that to my homies. I go, hey, let's all hustle like that. Just teach yourself something. Teach yourself something that you can do, that you can service, or that you can teach people, you know, teach people shit they don't know.
Exactly. And
that's a blessing because you know, eventually blessings are not only currency, bro. It's friendships. It's fucking everybody that surrounds you. Sometimes, you know, blessings come in human form. Currency is human form to me too, you know. I see it like that. But in order to get to that type of like level, you really gotta be ready for whatever, bro.
Exactly. So can you go over, or can you explain some of those hardships you've gone through? Or like, you know, you said you started selling candy, you were selling weed, you said you were cutting hair. How did you know that entrepreneurship was something you wanted to follow?
Because I took a lot of risk. I was taking a lot of risk. I was investing money. There was losses, but then I'll be like, damn, let's invest again and I'll get those losses back, flip them back. And it was something I loved to do. It got me passionate about it. I wanted to do it. I didn't have to be on somebody's terms to make money. I was on my terms making my money. And that's what made me a super hustler, because I worked for people. I've, you know, dealt with people in business. But you know what? I've always liked to be an organic leader. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not going to say I have a hard time people telling me what to do, because I'm a team player. But sometimes I understand that my vision is bigger and I want to do things how God sent me to do them. And that's why I said, in order for you to do that, Jay, you got to be a fucking ultimate hustler in the field, you know? And teach yourself anything you can to flip. So I started learning a lot of things to flip. Or if I buy this for $5, I did my research, I could sell it for $8. So you start educating yourself. You start feeding yourself, even in weed, my boy, anything, and water, and this is, we love to do this, you know. This is fun. This is not just I'm enjoying the experience, dog. You got me right here in front of a camera, you know, telling these stories, and I'm gonna go raw. I'm gonna tell you raw. Like, as we go by, there's gonna be some raw shit, and you know, I can actually say I'm over those things, though. You know, whatever I'm gonna tell you raw, that's in the past already. This is a new version, Jason. Yeah. This is real new version, Jay. This is Jay pros and cons. Jay ain't gonna set you up for failure. This is Jay. I'm gonna fucking, you know, I'm gonna do it right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what have been those cons that you've dealt with? You know, those speed bumps down the road, because every business owner or entrepreneur does somehow struggle to find his way, right? Like you said, risk. You know, and I feel like every entrepreneur, they take risks, because there's a difference between a business owner and an entrepreneur. Because as a business owner,
you're there to maintain your business, right? And you're trying to avoid every risk possible, because if there's a risk, that's going to lead you down the wrong road, or you're going to go out of business, right? But as an entrepreneur, you have a different mindset. Where you see risk, you see an opportunity. So I would love for you to touch on that. See like where you've seen risk and you've taken an opportunity.
That word risk is a very powerful word, because taking risk sometimes means costing a lot of things. Sometimes taking risk costs a lot. And you gotta know how to be ready for not only the good times, but also the bad times. And taking risks was, I surrounded myself around the wrong energies at the time when I was growing up as a youngster. You know, I was raised by myself. I had a single mother raising just the one, one boy, that's it. Her other son was in Salvador. Long story short, I looked for a lot of direction and where my surroundings was. So I'll be in school, and then that time school was very like, I'm gonna tell you what risk is. That's all right. I'm gonna go deep why I took risk now like nothing, because the risk I was taking growing up will not have me right here next to you. So let's get deep on that shit. So I grew up surrounding myself now by myself with individuals that had good intentions or bad intentions, because they seen this kid like, oh, this kid. And I'm glad that I've been blessed all my life. That's why I don't take nothing for granted, that he put the right people in my life and still had, to deal with the wrong people, of course, because I wanted to though, because I didn't know no better too. But thank God I landed in some good individuals' hands, Some people that really cared about me, some people that really, didn't take me for granted, that they were like, damn, like, I can't let this fool go that side, And one of my friends is, I grew up right there in Hoover, Santa Monica, with my boys, my block boys, Jimmy, a lot of my cousins, a lot of close friends. But I landed on who was a leader to me, and it was my homie Jimmy, And then from there, he didn't like me. I don't want to steer you wrong. So I landed in good guys' hands at least, but they still prepared me to be in the war zones, at those times, that made me feel like, damn, you can't take like. So I was taking risks, I was putting myself in situations, but at least I was aware because I had somebody, a team player, a leader.
To guide you.
Guide me. I had a few of them. I had Jimmy, I had my homie Tony, RT, my dog, And I'm gonna name those two, but I have a lot to name, and I will always, because if they know me, they know me. But I'll name those two because those two are some of the main ones I still fucking run around with to this day, And they still meant, good for me. So we just started taking risks, putting ourselves in situations where we could have just been dead. You didn't have to gangbang or nothing if you wanted to be a hustler, but you had to take risks. So you had to surround yourself around, like, crazy money, bad money.
Mm-hmm.
Money that will get you caught up, money that will take your life away, and not all money is good money, but at that time I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I just wanted the money. So I started dealing with all these fucking people, that...
Hold on. The bad money?
About, not all money is good money, So I started dealing with these individuals that, I grew up with in those times, and growing up, you wanted to make that money, but it came with a cost. You don't have to gangbang. You just have to be a hustler and be ready to take any risk, ready to take on anything, ready to have your balls to carry on weight, because now you're carrying weight, and it's not just regular where you're carrying money. So I committed myself to individuals that, here, though, take this, take that. Go handle what you gotta do. You're gonna make a profit. This is how you do it. Boom, boom, boom. You got the fucking skill. You're a hustler. You're on it. Go run that shit. And I was like, fuck yeah. I took that risk. Imagine though I would have got caught. Imagine I would have been raided and fucking, I'm a kid living at mama's house and all that, putting my mom at risk. So I'm like, damn, homie, I'm fucking too blessed for this shit.
Wait, how old were you when this was happening?
I'm gonna tell you from the age of 13 till 22, I went hard.
You were running the streets.
I was in it for the money.
Wow.
And the guilty pleasures. I was there for it, and I was there, and I didn't know it came with a attachment. So that was the risk I was gonna learn. That's the risk you take. So at one point, there's a hiccup, there's an obstacle. You get caught up. Your life's on the line, your freedom's on the line, and those risks become costly risks. They were not calculated risks, they were like costly, like you could have lost a lot. And I did lose a lot of stuff. I'm so lucky that I had a good heart, and that even though I was around demons and fucking, grimy people, I still held my weight because I knew my purpose always. I was always a warrior. So taking risks, you gotta be a warrior, That's the way you're gonna fucking always overcome a risk. You gotta be a warrior. You gotta take them head on. So I'm going deep. This is
deep. I didn't even know this about you.
This is deep. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be raw, and that's why I want you to always know this. And I want to leave this footage to you forever. When we're old, we'll bring it out, and remember this, and look where we're at, and we go from there. What we did from there now. This is a diamond that we're doing right now. You know what I mean? I take it as not just an interview. This is an experience, a gem. Okay? So, you know what I mean? So that was the risk I was taking. But going back to that shit, dog, I was taking those risks. Like, getting caught up. One bullet away from putting myself this. It was the 90s, the late 90s, but I had great leaders still. And that's why I always remember that my purpose is like, you can't ignore those signs. So I was like, man, you're taking risks for this shit, bro. I got into fucking business. 2005 came from like, I'm not gonna lie, from like 1999 to 2005, I was just a torp. Everywhere. I was ready for whatever, to get whatever at all costs. I'll deal with the problem later.
Wow.
Why? Because money. Wanting to make hustler. That's the hustler. Like, you gotta pay. If you want to be a hustler, you gotta go through those stages to really appreciate and become a different hustler now. So that's what I'm telling you. That's what changed me forever. Because after that, going to jail, all that shit, getting bailed out. You can't get bailed out. Your homies catching fucking cases because you were around them doing some grimy shit. And God still blessed you. Like, it's a crazy. I could have been, I could have really been. I was a minute away from death or from jail for sure. I guarantee you that. And forever gone. Not being here right now. But I was aware that was not my destiny. I was like, damn, dog, you dodged that. You can't overlook that. It's time to really start looking what your purpose is and start taking different risk. Calculated risk. And you have to set your mindset. It's a mindset. You have to set your mindset, switch it up, and alter your fucking levels of a fucking.
Yeah.
It's a jungle. You gotta just.
I bet. Because I know you keep saying that sounds scary. Like, I'm not a street guy. I'd never pretend to be a street guy. And it sounds like the streets are crazy, man. Wow, you said you were one bullet away from dying, a minute away from possibly doing life in jail. That alone sounds terrifying, right? Name one specific incident where you like really came to realize, and you came to your senses, be like, hey, this is not for me anymore. Like, I want to get far away from this, and really put what I've learned in the streets into something legitimate.
Experience. You start taking all that experience in, and you start using that experience and telling yourself, hey, if you're really, really about this, you're gonna change your ways and your mindset. And me, I've been in like two mainly situations was I was outside one day with my homie, we were chilling. I told him, you're gonna be good. I'm gonna step outside, then I'm gonna go inside real quick. As I'm walking down the corner, cutting corners, Not even 8 seconds, bro. They started just shooting at us, bro, out of nowhere. That was one. I'm just gonna tell you one that stands out. There's a few, but I'm not gonna get into so much detail because it has to do with a lot of people that things that rappers rap about, dog.
Street politics.
Street politics, feds, fucking trust issues. Who changes? Who the money changes? Who is willing to just go for the money and just willing to betray you? It's just money, just, people get attached to it and they do the worst for it. And I ain't gonna tell you I was an angel, but one thing, I was always loyal to myself. I never bullshit myself. And if I ever did somebody wrong, I took it head on. I'd be like, I did you wrong, my bad, dog, but I'm gonna make this shit up. My bad, dog. Straight up. But I believe in a lot of negative shit, but I'm still gonna be around this negative shit because I'm a warrior. That was my destiny. Like, your destiny was different. I was put in these zones, in these situations for a reason. And I consume that, and I know that's my purpose, and I can't ignore it. And I connect with it because connecting with it has got me all this. With my friends, with my brothers, with everybody. Because, so those situations, they start shooting at us. They get my boy. They told him, you're the only one that could have survived this. Anybody next to you? And I was like, damn, I almost 5 seconds away right there. We caught a case with my friends, no names. Hey, they changed their lives forever. I was able to really, really get away from situations because my friends were solid. They never told on me. They never fucking snitched on me. They took the time and they changed their lives forever. And they put themselves in that situation with me, and I'm grateful for that. I'm like, damn, this fool didn't snitch on me or nothing. Like, solid fools. They know who they are, Those are my dogs,
Yeah.
So situations like that, but then the opposite too. You help people. You gave them because they were helping you. They put you in a money situation where they bless you. They give you money, so you take it head on, and then it comes with a cost. You start connecting yourself to that money, and it's not good money.
Yeah. So it's a lot of loyalty and trust that goes down, right?
Loyalty and trust.
Like, the streets really do teach you. I mean, it seems like it taught you a lot because, being an entrepreneur, you have to be able to trust. You have to be able to, have loyal people around you.
You just got to believe in yourself.
Exactly.
Like, I'm going to tell you this much. That's just the experience, and that was my purpose, but I didn't want to grow up like that. That life chose me. I didn't choose that life, but I'm glad it did because now we're in another level. Now we're going to talk about what we're really here for. Mm-hmm. Now what we've done out of those. Now why I took the risk that I take now as far as going into entrepreneurship, investing in this, because that shit is not going to kill you. That shit is just going to maybe make you lose money, but fuck it, we get it back.
Yeah.
But in those situations, you can't get back your freedom. You can't get back your life. So those are the risks that make me look at these risks. Okay, all right, I already took the real risk. Let's do some real fucking risk taking right now in a positive way. So I just started teaching myself. I went to school. I went to LA Trade Tech in 2010, signed up. Before that, from when I said, let's get back to, let's end the conversation from where the gutter, and let's get into some positive and entrepreneurship, suit and tie shit, and why we here today. And I told myself in 2005, fool, you did this cracking. I said, fool, just try to learn something more. My homie blessed me into getting into real estate. From 2005 to 2008, that real estate shit was amazing. I learned a lot about properties. I learned a lot about investing and designing properties. Because I was like, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to learn real estate. Fuck it. I'm going to let go of the trap for right now. I'm going to let go of the hustle and all that because I got to get my life right better. I'm meant for different stuff. So I check out my blessings. They gave me a real estate opportunity. They taught me that shit. I didn't got to go to school for it. God bless my friend George. George is one of the most amazing persons I've ever met. He taught me the real estate business. He's an amazing guy. He taught me a lot of things and other individuals that were with him at the time too. But I'm going to go with his name, I'm solid with him. And that's where I just started changing my life that, hey, I don't have to only fucking be a hustler in the streets. I could be a legitimate hustler, selling real estate, selling land, refinancing, teaching people how to flip their houses, get money, invest in another house, development, blah, 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 boom. 2005 to 2009, in the market shit, and I was like, damn. All right, here we go again, starting from square. I fucked up my money. I did so much, ignorance.
Yeah.
I could have. I failed a lot, not only in financial ways, but.
Hold on, let me stop you there real quick, because they say in top business schools, they say if you want to be an entrepreneur, they say to fail early, fail fast, and fail forward. And they say fail forward because those are your, it's a ladder to get to the top.
I failed all of them. All of them. And then from that, we really see it, all perspectives. I felt all of them down. Does that make sense?
No, I mean, yeah, it does, because you failed early. You failed fast, which is early in your career. And then you failed forward because now you're here at this point, at a successful point, right? In life.
Yeah.
So that catapults, it's steps. You take steps by step to get to the top, right?
And those are the, I'm glad I went through all of them, because those are the life-changing steps that make you see, okay, on to learning, back to square one. What are you going to teach yourself now, Jason? What are you going to learn to, survive this jungle? So I was influenced a lot by a lot of art. I was influenced by a lot of design. I was influenced by a lot of urban culture, we love that urban culture. That's what taught us, but I consumed the different one, the inspirational one, always, I'm a hip hop head, So that had a lot to do with me also, learning things. So I went into, like I said, trade tech.
So this is right after real estate. Okay. So that was a speed bump in your life, right?
Boom.
And that's where you're like, oh, let me gather myself and see what's my next move, and then trade tech.
And I'm gonna tell you, that's when I caught a case with my friend, and he lost a lot for us, and he was a good person, but it was just the wrong situation, and then it could have gone so south that I couldn't let him down. He said, hey homie, we did it, we went through this shit, you could have lost your life, you could have been doing time right with me. But let me tell you something, fool. You better go do something with your shit, fool. You're free for a reason. Don't just sit on yourself. If you fuck with me, you're not gonna make that shit worth it for me. A leader, a homie,
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was like, oh shit, I got you. So I went and I wanted to learn more stuff myself. So that was just the spark. And I just, my homie, and all these, stories I'm telling you, I name people I don't, but the ones I don't, the story they'll know. And they don't know because people are gonna know always in general. Especially if they know us. It's about the people that know us. That's why I do it. Now I'm very exclusive, I call myself JG exclusive, because you can see now homie. I just make sure I protect my energy and my energies, because I don't want nobody interfering what our purpose is. Our frequencies are high, and we're at another level that we shouldn't allow nobody, because nobody should ever fuck our frequencies up, because that's only if we allow them, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not here to allow nobody to fuck up our frequencies. And how do we do that? We put boundaries, we put blockings, and you become an exclusive individual, because not everybody's meant to have your energy, not everybody's meant to have your presence. Remember that, you protect that. So that's what I started doing. Started learning, consuming, boom, I went to trade tech, exclusively. I told myself I'm different, I don't give a fuck. If anybody wants to raise up, well, I'm a man first too. I don't have to, let's not get into that tough nothing. I'm a man first, but I'm about peace and love.
But you left off that you met some really great artists at LA Trade Tech?
At LA Trade Tech. So I enrolled myself 2010, and it was a December day. I don't remember, but it was in December. I enrolled myself to be a graphic designer. I was like, damn, I don't even know how to fucking draw, dog. I know calligraphy, I know handwriting, but I don't know what the fuck. I just want to go learn, because I like computers. I like to put flyers together. I consider myself a promoter, but how are you going to promote? You got to do visuals. So I've always been a visionary, I've always been I'm like, me and my homies, we've all been visionaries, bro. I around myself visionaries, bro. I like people who time travel with me. I like people who time travel. I like people that see what they can accomplish if they put in the work so they can get to that level. You know, I like vision. That's a vision. Like setting a goal, you know. So I just fucking went. I'm like, I could do this. I learned that I could do graphics for people, that I could sell, you know, altered photography, touch it up in Photoshop. I learned that you could open businesses and brand. This is where it got me. Like, ooh, all right. So you could brand and you could create businesses, designing logos, designing, you know, a formula, designing menus. You could do all that. You literally know how to open businesses if you know graphic design. You know how to create a logo for a business. You know how to design a whole fucking ad for a business, marketing ad, merch. The merch came now. Oh shit, you could do logo. You could do numbers and merch. Let's do this graphic design shit. I could design for promoters too. Let's get on this shit. It's numbers, and I'm about numbers. That's why I've always been a risk taker. I invest in numbers. You invest in low numbers, you're gonna get less money. You invest in big numbers, you're gonna get big money. So I was always that risk taker, invest in big money. Fuck it. If I win or lose, I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna get it back. I took L's, but the W's made up for them always. And that's how blessed we are. So I just went to fucking learn this graphic design, started opening businesses for people, designing for entrepreneurs that bless me. My friend George that taught me real estate still in my life, he was always with me, and we always opened businesses together. So I knew how to open businesses, you know. So I started opening businesses, designing them, opening the businesses, and just from there, just started like, damn. So I opened up a few businesses. I started doing merch, started working for the city of Los Angeles, you know. Left all the fucking, you know, shit that gave me attached to the wrong shit. I still, you know, made some bad decisions as a designer, but I am accountable for them. All the negative shit I got from it is my fault, nobody's fault. I'm gonna take accountability for my shit, always, you know. It's you, nobody's you. So you gotta be careful who you attach yourself to. But back to this, that's why I started learning the graphic design too, you know. Oh shit. So I started learning all this graphics. I started opening business. I opened up Classic Era with my friend Tony, RT. That's the big homie right there. He's fucking solid ass guy, humble, but he's very, very well respected, you know, because he respects himself, you know.
Yeah.
But from there, we opened up a business. We opened up Classic Era.
For people that don't know what Classic Era is.
Classic Era in Los Angeles is a fashion, art, sneaker store. We sell collectibles. We sell exclusive releases from Supreme, from Jordan, from Nike, from you name it, all that hype beast shit. You know, we started that shit to the blessings of friends like June. June always came and
shout out to June.
Shout out to June. The homie's a legend with us. He's a fucking pioneer with us. I've always invested in his ideas too. That's why we went and we opened up. He's one of the reasons we started opening a lot of brands too. Not only did I open up businesses, we opened up brands. I had my brand cracking, Afro came, you came, so I was opening brands for the homies too. There's rock this shit, so we pioneers, you know. You know that. So we just started popping, you know, and just started creating numbers.
Yeah.
But all those 10 businesses I opened, I have solid 3-4. Out of those businesses that I opened, I have solid 3-4 for sure, bringing in the fucking, you know, full course meal, blessing my people. It's still not easy because investors, we go through shit. We as entrepreneurs are heavy investors, you know. We invest money, we invest big money to get big money, but sometimes you gotta wait for it, etc., etc. If you're an entrepreneur, you know what I'm talking about. But we definitely have to know how to manage and be very wise with the money we invest, you know.
Yeah.
But I opened up businesses, Classic Era LA. I met Los. Shout out to Los too. That's a torpedo, a knucklehead. That's my dog though. That fool fucking, you know, he makes plays, but you know, fuck, you know, we've been through it. And he knows that, sometimes when you play in a team, you gotta deal with a lot of shit as a team player, as a teammate, and as an opponent,
Yeah.
So not everybody's gonna be the same way. So as a leader, I had to learn how to be also a brander, but also a leader, because I'm gonna be dealing with a lot of individuals, and that's what I brought. Sports changed my life. I didn't mention this earlier, but one of the main reasons too that I stopped fucking around when I was a youngster and not being in the street, because I started playing football. I played football for my high school, John Marshall. And that shit was when it taught me, like, get distracted in something good. Mm-hmm. Don't go to the streets. Go get distracted. So I play sports. That shit changed my life. I was an athlete. I'm still an athlete. Even though I'm still, but being an athlete, knowing my purpose mentally and physically was a blessing, because I knew what I could do mentally, emotionally, and physically. Yeah. But football taught me that too. So I went to play sports. That shit changed my life. I knew how to be a team player, coachable, a leader. I know how to stay in my lane and just play your position and be a leader. Play your position as a leader and just lead. Don't judge. Don't blame. Take accountability. So that shit taught me. So I use that now. So that's what I'm using it as. Your team player. I'm not here above you, but I have more wisdom to give you my leadership, my experience. So I'm gonna try to tell you, hey, I'm not better than you. I'm not your boss. I'm gonna say, hey, Melvin, check this out. I'm just being a leader. That's all. Yeah. You get me? That's my purpose. So that's what I do. I know how to deal with laws, with June, with a lot of friends. In business, you gotta be able to also put your people in position and never be afraid of them surpassing you or doing better than you. If you see an opportunity for your friends, for your family, for anybody that you got love for, if you got love for, and you see an opportunity for them, and you bless them with the opportunity, bless them. Because those are blessings that are sent for you to give from the highest. You're chosen to do those type of. You've blessed me.
And you've blessed me. Just real quick, you've opened many businesses. You've gone into many ventures. How long ago did you start Classic Era?
Classic Era.
How long? When did you
was opened in 2000. Classic Era was opened in 2015. 2015. But it was a brand opened by my friend Tony. We sat down one night. He had a store, but he was selling something different. I was doing just brands. I'm gonna get the whole story. He had a store. He was selling vintage stuff like that. But I was like, hey fool, let's just link up. Let's go fucking halfers on the business. Let's crack it up. He was like, hell yeah, let's do this. I'm fucking, he knew, because he knew that my 50% or our percentages that we always share with the other people, our percentages as business partners is beyond that 50%. Yeah. It's family percent. I call it family percent. So my percentage, if I fucking make money off it, it's gonna be big for him too. Yeah. It's like vice versa,
Perfect. So you opened up Classic Era. From Classic Era, you also were part of like the Sneakerheads Expo, right? Which you've blessed me, talking about blessings, you've blessed me where you and your people have hired me, where I was able to MC the events, which I've had a great time MCing. I've met a lot of cool people. I met your people because of those events. I met a lot of cool other people because of those events. And like I said, you've blessed me. Obviously you've hired me. You've paid me out, which I appreciate.
Love, baby.
And I miss those events. Are you ever planning on? Are you guys? I know June's a big part of that. June's big in the sneakerhead world, and he's next. I'm gonna bring June and every.
June's next. Next.
So are you guys ever planning on bringing those events back? Because you guys had the city buzzing for a little bit when you guys did those events. You guys haven't done them in a while.
I'm gonna be real with you right now. The way I'm feeling right now, see, I go through an emotional roller coaster, but I know how to control my emotions.
You're like a vieja, bro.
Yeah, no, not like a vieja, but I'm gonna be real. I don't fucking. I just gotta fucking just be like, man, just chill. Not because I'm bothered, but because I don't have control of things sometimes. I'm not a control freak, but I'm a vision freak, and I want the vision to arrive quick, very quick. But sometimes you don't have control of that shit. And that shit just, I go through my emotions, I need this shit now. Yeah. I need this shit now. And that's when I'm like,
is that where you bump heads with other individuals?
I used to. Since 2015, no story. I went through a situation that you really gotta do business at a professional level to protect relationships. So I am always gonna do business with you, and you've always agreed to do business with me to protect relationships. Always, not because we're fucking. So you come to me always with a contract, Jay. Hey, this is boom, boom, boom. Sign it because I want you to protect our relationship, and I want myself to protect the relationships. When we come to an understanding on paper, because we're doing business as homies, but we're gonna protect this. Let's be real, man. Let's deal with this shit where men start like deal with it head on, with communication. Not you don't trust me. No, I trust you, but sometimes shit is not our fault. Sometimes people come to stir shit up, or the universe too come to stir shit up. But let's put this shit on paper. Nothing stirred up no more. You feel me? So you tell me do this on paper, I'm always be like protect our relationship. Hell yeah, don't trip. Wow, sign up.
Yeah, because doing business with your friends could be
I've gone through every emotion, like Nipsey said it. I've gone through every emotion. I've gone through I've gone through every emotion. Betrayal. I've been betrayed. I've been backstabbed. I've been fucking stolen. I've been fucking wished death upon. I've been body shamed. I've been cheated on. I've been all that shit, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this much, bro. That shit was beautiful to me because it gave me the experience of dealing with every emotion head on. I overcame it. I recognized it and be like, that ain't nothing. Just go back to how. Sometimes you are gonna be fucking swinging with tears, but I'm gonna swing every day if I have to worry this shit out. No days off. If it requires no days off, well, so be it. And that's the hustle mentality. If you wanna be a hustler, you wanna call yourself a hustler, and you wanna then complain, oh, I don't have no days off, or you're just fucking, oh man, nah, homie. You're not a hustler. You take that shit head on, and you're on that hustle tip, and be positive about, I'm gonna get this shit. No excuses. See, accountability is everything.
Exactly.
If you ain't got accountability, you ain't got nothing. If you don't recognize your fucking behavior, other people's behavior that put you in this, you gotta take accountability. Nobody's fault. Every bad decision came from my, you didn't read that person all the way, so it's, you did it for money, you did it for an attachment, or you were just a yes man. It comes, so now I do it different. So it changed my life. I, do it different, so I deal with individuals now very, very more wisely and more exclusively. Casiguera, my friend, like I said, Tony RT, we converted that. Me and June have been branding Sneakerheads Expo. We were doing a lot of like promotion, me and that fool. I know him since 2000 and shit, since freshman year in Marshall. So we had our gap in between, but when we came back, we were ready for each other. We started doing a lot of shit together. I was already doing it. He was already doing it. We combined, we networked. We put people in position. We didn't expect nothing. We didn't feel entitled, nothing. We just started putting people on. Hey, boom, 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 blessings. Fuck, that's what it is. We started working. We created these shows. I met people like fucking you since way back. I was like, my homie's doing this. Why am I gonna hire somebody else? That's my dog. What the fuck? Let's run this shit. Come over. Fuck that. So that was my vision. Boom, we did it. Sometimes, things go good, but we have to stay consistent.
Yeah.
We didn't stay consistent. I'm gonna take accountability. I had to do a lot because of me, because I'll be like doing so much. And I didn't focus on a lot of things, but now I'm ready. Now I'm more prepared.
Yeah.
I've been focusing on the right things, on the most things that bring you and blessings, just bring you blessings. I deal with people like that, just bring me blessings now.
Yeah.
I stay exclusive like that.
All right, so you've done Classic Era, Sneakerheads, and then another thing where you've blessed me as well, because you've been a real big blessing in my life. You've helped me make some money, and I'm always grateful for that. You were able to link me up with Hoser. Shout out to Hoser. I know he's not in the scene anymore, but he was a big promoter in the Hollywood scene.
Shout out to Hoser, my boy, Kingdom X. It was Kingdom X, my homie.
So from like 2015 to like 2018, he was constantly hiring me to MC nightclubs in Hollywood, and that was a great time in my life. And that's because of you, a connection you helped me build, and he was constantly hiring me to MC his nightclubs. I was able to do events where like artists, I was able to be side by side with Snoop Dogg. He was DJing and I was emceeing for him, which that was a crazy night at the Globe Theater back in like 2017. Like 2017.
We booked Snoop Dogg. He was when he was barely becoming like a DJ.
Yeah. That was like back in 2017.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. See, right there, my boy. With all due respect, I enjoyed those opportunities, but I was always there to protect you too, because I was putting you in a platform where you were already in the big leagues. And I wanted to see you in the big leagues, because that's I felt where you deserve to be. That's where you were.
Appreciate you.
So I put you on the main line. Like I was like, what the fuck am I gonna? Hey, you ready? You ready? You want to take this shit head on or what? Come on, look, I got the platform. You ready? Let's run it. I introduced you to these people with fucking great intentions, with purpose, and you took it head on. You didn't back down. You never folded. You blessed me. You fulfilled every fucking occasion. You fulfilled every request, and I'm grateful for that, because those are friends, my boy. People that fulfill genuinely.
Exactly. All right, so now we're in 2022. You just start, you and Los. Shout out to Los.
Shout out to Los.
You guys are.
Shout out to Silos the plug, man. Honestly, that fool is a real motherfucker too. He's a headache, but he's a blessing too. We all are headaches and blessings in every way. And
that happens when you start a business.
We love each other.
You bump heads, but you guys have to come to an understanding.
Shout out to every business partner with me. You know who you are.
Yeah.
To this day, if we fucking been doing business recently, forever, thank you for still being here with me and being able to provide for each other in different ways where we bless others, man. It's all about fucking blessing others. It's about the experience. I'm not a material guy. I'm about the experience.
Yeah.
So if I gotta go to fucking Rosarito or to Cabo for an experience at a different cost, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go buy me a fucking wallet or nothing. I mean, I could, but I'd rather go for that experience. You feel me?
Yeah, live experiences. Yeah, exactly. And everything you do, make sure you do it with great intentions, right?
With great intentions.
So now it's, we're in 2022. Just so get to where we're at now. It's the year of digital art, NFTs. You are part owner of this creative space art gallery here in Highland Park.
Yeah.
What do you foresee for the future for Jason and for the store, and like just what's your plan? Like what's the plan from now to moving forward?
Well, my plan is still to be continuously an entrepreneur at different levels now. Now I open fashion stores with my friends and family members, and it's been a pleasure to obviously do that, and it's been a very, very dope experience, and it's still being an experience. But you wanna learn some new things, and I've been learning new things. I wanna level up. With this spot, obviously we're gonna be art generators. We're gonna try to bring a lot of art information, a lot of art opportunities for people that are independent artists. So Create Space was meant to have individuals come and just express who they are, what they bring to the table, as far as like what they're able to do with their own crafts, what kind of artists they are, their blessings, their gifts, and come expose them right here. Come, do what you gotta do for you to be able to promote yourself. And that's why I opened this spot with the homies, because art is literally expressing who you really are, your identity. We all have an identity. We all should understand we are our own identity. And right here, that's what I want to do. I want to let people know that you have your own identity. And me and my friend Carlos, my friend Tony, a lot of supporters like June, JC, you, and individuals you've brought, a lot of people I could name, but you know who you are. I'm grateful because now we're giving opportunities in this type of platforms, like even with this interview right here. We're gonna, introduce a lot and open up a lot of doors for people that want to express themselves. If you have an ability or a gift, a craft, come to us. We'll help you evolve. Obviously, we do this professionally. We protect relationships, so it's how you feel working with us. But if you come here, we're gonna definitely try to help you to be a better person than you were yesterday.
Bet. I like what you said that. All right, cool. So, is there anything else you would like to touch on before we wrap this up?
Hey man, I'm gonna be real. Just give it all you got. Don't be scared to fail. Control every emotion. Don't let nothing get to you. We only live one life. There's no promising or no facts or no proof that there's another lifetime for you to make it better. So you do this shit now and try to be a better person at it. Trying to be a very understanding individual, not only for society but for yourself. Understand who you are first. Discover yourself. Do a lot of self-discovery for risk-taking, for connections, for attachments, so that you make better decisions.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was going to get to like my last question was going to be, what would you say to someone who was thinking about taking the leap of faith into entrepreneurship? I think you just touched on it a little bit, but if you probably just want to say a little bit more, and then we can wrap this up.
Just believing in yourself, and taking accountability for everything you do and for everything you've experienced. Don't let no bad times consume you. Don't let them define you. Don't let them make you feel like my life is over. Just keep a positive mindset. Being positive is going to be challenging. It's going to be very challenging. It's a war, being positive. But as long as you're not at war with yourself. And being positive takes a lot of understanding. So understand, take accountability, consume everything you can for the better, and teach yourself something new. Have faith, have a lot of faith. Don't be scared to take risk. Risk, there's always situations that are going to be very, very, very intense or very intimidating, but that's not the end of the world. It's not a bad life, it's just a bad situation. Just find solutions. Don't find no problems, don't make no problems bigger. Just find solutions. Tell yourself, how are you going to fix this? How are you going to get out of this? Just be straight up with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Be real to yourself. Take accountability. Even if you're wrong, the only shit that's going to make you right is accepting that you were wrong. That makes you a real motherfucker. Stay fucking focused and stay laser beam focused. And know when you're dancing with the devil. And know when you're dancing with demons. But also when you're in presence of saints. Presence of blessings.
Appreciate you, my brother, for being here today. Honestly, thank you for everything. Just let the people know where they could follow you.
I'm a very, very private guy, but follow my friends, my partners' businesses. Follow a lot of my artist friends, a lot of my entrepreneur friends. Follow Classic Era LA Store at Classic Era LA Store, one of our businesses. Follow Create Space Gallery at Create Space Gallery. Follow Kicking It with Mel. Don't forget that, because if you don't follow Kicking It with Mel, then you ain't feeling us. Follow Sneakerheads Los Angeles. Follow Mystery Baking at Mystery Baking. Follow a lot of people that support me. Follow JC Pineapple Artist. Follow at Aeromart. Follow LA Vibe. Follow a lot of my friends. Follow Mr. B Baby. Follow Reverie. Follow Encrypt Los Angeles.
Shout out to Reverie. I gotta have her on too.
Follow Loud and Beats. Follow a lot of my homies that you met them through me. And if I didn't give them a shout out, but you met them through me and you remember, follow them. Anybody you met through me, it's good. I promise you. I'm not ever going to steer you wrong. Always strong. Put you in right situations and in better opportunities. Not because I expect something, but because that was my purpose.
There we go. Well said, brother. Hey, you're watching Kicking It with Mel. I'm your host, Melvin Marroquin. So make sure to follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel at Kicking It with Mel. Instagram at Kicking It with Mel. You can follow me personally at Your Boy Mel. That's YourBoyMel. And a big shout out once again to Creative Space Gallery for allowing me to be here today. And there's also a big shout out to LA Native, the production team helping me put this together.
LA Native.
Once again, I'm your host, Melvin Marroquin, and we are out. Peace. Till next time.